And we went back and forth. Well, Gator, one of his prized possessions used to be his anonymity. And so once he brought my son into it, it was like, I don't care, dude. It's like, I've never cared about doxing or exposing somebody. Me and Gator have personally doxed dozens of people, literally. He was on my payroll. He was in my group. Doxing was like a way of life, literally. And so for anybody like him to talk about doxing, like, it's just crazy, honestly. I'll tell you what, I told this story before. But some people try to talk about doxing like it's like this cardinal sin or whatever. I used to think that way when I first got involved, Gamergate and all that shit. I used to think, God, doxing. Ugh. It's like, this is the most evil thing. Da, da, da. And then I got involved in Gamergate like as a personality and got a little backstage access and this or that. And do you know what I found out? Do you know what I found out, ladies and gentlemen? I found out that almost everybody who cries about doxing, almost. There are some people who are legitimately like anti-doxing and they're like completely honest about it and they're true about it. And I actually respect those people. I really do. I'm not kidding. Like, those people stick to their principles and they're anti-doxing and they don't deviate and they think it's fucked up and they don't ever change. And I actually do really respect that. I really do. But the fact of the matter is, that's a very small grouping. And almost everybody who's crying about doxing is a huge doxer, to be quite honest with you. And so the thing about Kraut, we talked about Kraut many times on the show. The thing about Kraut that pissed me off was not him. I've said this before. Was not him doxing people at all. It was him. If you know Kraut's career, so I know it because I knew Kraut when he had 10,000 subscribers. The way he blew up in number was by complaining about, there was like this dox scare going around, and he just went all in on doxing is the most evil thing and da 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 da. And he was committed to that. He was like one of those people I talked about a minute ago that you would think would be a true believer. And then, of course, his downfall. Of course, he's come back a little bit since then. All credit to him, even though he's a faggot. But his downfall was he was caught in a doxing server, basically doxing people. But to me, the offensive part wasn't the doxing at all. It was that he built his fucking career on not doxing people. He built his career on this being the most evil thing ever. That was the fucking ridiculous part. Do you understand? So, again, I've never been anti-doxing whatsoever. I've doxed people on my website. I've doxed people in public. I've doxed people on this show. Gator's been a party to many of those actions and actually contributed to several, including the doxing of Zoom, which we're going to get to here in a minute. So it's like I'm the only honest whore in the whorehouse sometimes, to be real with you. All these people dox. And I knew that from back in Gamergate when I got in these groups, and all these people who were decrying doxing in public were actually doxing people in private, literally. Like, and it's like, okay, actually, you guys are all full of shit. Okay. All right, well, that makes sense. And again, it's not supporting doxing. I'm not even saying it's ethical. I'm just saying it's reality. And anybody saying anything else, especially those trying to make a moral case of it. Do you know how many people Medicare has doxed himself? Again, like, it's ridiculous. Do you know how many videos and content, etc., that he's made off of doxing material? Like, it's countless. He's probably paid for his house through doxing. Like, it's like, how could you ever say anything else? It is slightly comical to me when I hear shit like that. I really have to say. So, again, Gator talked that shit. I had some stuff saved on him. I'm not like him. He claims to have or whatever messages from me. I don't have like a great Gator folder or repository of his material or anything like that, because I would have just never thought that Gator would do that to me. Really, like I didn't save anything on him. I don't have anything really, other than my own testament. I don't have some massive trove of stuff on him because I just didn't prepare for something like that. I mean, I'll just be real. Like I never thought it would come to that, really. So he did catch me slipping. I'll give him credit for 100%. He caught me slipping because I just never thought it would happen. But that being said, I did have a address that I went to pick him up for Knoxville, North Carolina, Greenville area. And so I put that out there. By the way, Stephanie Frechette, thank you for the super chat. I'll read some super chats here too, and we'll turn on the TTS here in a minute too. But I did have that, and I started talking about it on Telegram, right? So I was literally coming down the road today on I-95, and again, I hesitate to play this on the show because I haven't seen it. I don't know what it says. And I know it's from Zoom. And, obviously me and Zoom don't have the best history. I've not seen the whole video. I just know that Gator completely got exposed in it. Let's see. Oh, wow. Critical thinking. Kill yourself, sir. I appreciate you. When you die, I'll appreciate you, but when you're living, I don't. So anyway, I saw the Gator got exposed. I didn't do it, but by the way, this video is probably going to talk shit about me. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but I think it's only appropriate. Given that he brought my son into it, given that he commiserated with Worski and Ashton Parks and thought it was funny to send people to my house, and that him and Mr. Medicare talked all this shit, made up all this shit. I think it's only appropriate. The Gator get his just the words too, or Chris, should I say? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but and again, I'm quite certain. I'm quite certain that Mr. Zoom probably gonna talk shit about me in this. I don't care at all, because you see, they took it here. You understand? They took it here. It didn't have to come here. It didn't have to come here at all, but it did. And Gator lost. You know what, Gator, I'll say this. He was much better at maintaining his anonymity than Mr. Medicare was. Gator, this never would have happened if he hadn't fucked with me. And by the way, I think Zoom claims credit for the scoop. I'm not sure. You know what? So I was talking about this in Discord earlier. Apparently in the video, he says he's had it for a while. I don't know if that's true or not. It seems kind of like, because I put some stuff out yesterday. It was like boom, boom, boom in terms of where he was, etc. But you know what? I'm willing to give Zoom all the credit. Zoom, you know what? I want you to have it. And I think you deserve it, honestly. And no matter what you say about me in this, it doesn't matter. I owe you a beer. One day, and I hope to be able to repay it. Where's the video?
Greenville Spartanburg has issued a tornado warning for western Mecklenburg County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, eastern Gaston County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, northeastern York County in upstate South Carolina until 3:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 3:01 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 10 miles southeast of Gastonia, or near town of Lake Wylie, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour.
Oh, it's too late already. The storm's already here. This is a timed data release, set to be released just a few days after Gator finally betrays Ralph. Because if there's one thing that I'm well known for, it's never letting someone get away. And I'm sure Gator has deluded himself into thinking he's untouchable and he would always get away. But no. You see, we've known who he was the whole time. I've known who he was the whole time. And I merely tolerated his existence because it was amusing to see someone so pathetic suck up to Ralph and do anything for adoration and to be popular and in the limelight. And, you know, it's almost like all of Ralph's friends have done that. And I'm sure now they're all going to join hands the minute Gator finally turns, and they're all going to pat themselves on the back and pretend like they didn't suck his fucking dick for years for a modicum of money.
Very true! Very true! What the fuck?
So at this high point for Gator, when he feels like he's untouchable because he knows that Ralph is too much of a little bitch to actually do anything,
Now wait a minute!
I think it's time to come in and set the record straight about who Gator really is. And he's going to go and say, oh, well, this isn't me, guys. It's just Zoom making shit up. So I guess I'm just going to have to drop some hard facts into who he really is. So let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Now I know all the retards at Kiwi Farms and all the idiots in Cow are going to fuck this up because, you know, they never actually find anybody and they like to pride themselves as geniuses, but, you know, they'll go off on this warpath towards this other person that kind of looks like Gator, but it's not actually him. This is Gator. Captain Steelbeard. See, Gator threw you guys all off by pretending that he had a computer science degree or he was in a computer science program. In reality, he was an award-winning student film director with an interest in film, which is exactly why he works at a grocery store. And now,
packing
for
groceries,
the final
my nigga!
exciting release of Gator's identity. You see, he wasn't actually Shannon Gaines or Nicholas or any of the other fucking people he said he was. His actual name is Brian Holloman. And now I release the truth.
Now, you know what? Hold on. Wait. So, you know what? I know this is probably going to piss Zoom off, but so let me put my glasses back on. That's my... Okay. Can I show this? Hold on. Where's my face? So, fuck, where's the camera? There we go. So, if you guys will remember, 2 or 3 months ago. It was about 2 or 3 months ago. There was a story that Gator shared on air. By the way, you know what? I would have taken a bullet for Gator. I would have actually fucking died for this guy. And I know some people will not believe that, but this was really my best friend in life, honestly. And so it does sting on that level, to be quite real with you. But he slipped up on air and he was telling a story about his father. And he was saying what his father said to him. Oh, yeah. Try more, chat. Get blocked. And I go, fuck, you're an idiot. But he was telling this story and he slipped up and called himself Brian. And then I saw on QB Farms, they were like, oh my God, whoa, he's Brian, da-da-da. And then, of course, because they're retarded, like Zoom said, they immediately dropped it. But we talked about it in private, and he's like, oh, my name really is Brian. And by the way, I knew his name from before all this started because he used to be a friend of mine before, like, the kill stream blew up under a different account name. And he's a Twitch streamer, and he was all this and that. And he switched accounts to the Gator Gamer. And I remember when he did this, but it was so long ago that I don't even remember the name before. So I never had, like, and I never would have even had a reason to have it on him. You know what I mean? Like, I know they like to portray me as, oh, Ralph's got this dirt folder on everybody and he's just ready to waiting and let it go. Well, you know what? That's not true. Because if I had that, I would have already let it go on Gator. I was literally having to search through text like fucking 3 years old and looking for where Google Maps clocked me 3 years ago to find out anything about this fucker because I didn't keep up with it. I didn't think this would be happening. So for all those fuckers who say that, they're full of shit. By God, I wish I'd saved it. Do you know I talked to Gator 3 months ago after his Twitter account got deleted for the second time, and he was wanting to kill himself because he couldn't pass a test for his fucking nursing program, and that's the fucking truth, by the way. I don't care if you believe it. That's the God's honest truth. And I said, dude, it's not worth it. Like, don't even, like, why are you even saying, like, who cares? Like, everybody was piling on to him, etc. And he was talking about killing himself. And I'm like, dude, why? Like, just let it go. He couldn't last like 30 minutes in my shoes. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, I confirmed that his name was actually Brian because he talked to me. He's like, oh, that's my real name. And I didn't mean to say that. And the Kiwis are so dumb, which they were, that they just fucking let it go. When that was the best lead that they had on his fucking name in like years. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out before we continue.
His actual name is Brian Holloman.
Oh.
And now I release the truth.
I heard they have some. I haven't seen this yet. I heard they have.
To another installment.
By the way, they said. By the way, I want to keep in mind that Gator and Medicare said that this was a criminal act. They said that me showing this video that somebody else made. Keep that in mind. Somebody else made this video, ladies and gentlemen. They said that me screening this video is a criminal act. That's what they actually tried to go on the record with. Flamenco, whose faggot ass is watching this right now. Faggot. Literal faggot. He is really vax, by the way, yeah. These people are trying to say Worski, all these losers. It's a crime for me to show this. Oh, what? Are you guys serious? These are the same idiots who said I would be in jail right now. I remember Jim said, oh, he won't get away. He's going to go to jail for this. From his fucking cancer cabin that he never fucking leaves. What a fucking coward. What a fucking coward. I'm going to his hometown, by the way, and I'm going to live stream it. I'm going to find the closest cozy restaurant. Cozy, you get it? Within about a 1 or 2 mile radius, and I'm going to set up shop there after I fucking paper the whole neighborhood with his N-word quotes and everything else and his fucking name and everything else, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to do a live stream and I'm going to say, wheel your fucking cancer-ridden ass down the fucking block and come here and meet me in person, you fucking pussy. You've been running from everything you've done your whole fucking life. I'm going to be in your fucking city, bitch, and I want you to show up. You won't, but I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna stream it live. I guarantee you that's gonna fucking happen. Just as sure as I'm sitting here right fucking now. And if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck.
And mysteries. I'm your host, Richard Hunt. On tonight's episode, a student film project goes wrong and an internet myth is brought to life.
Okay, this scene is where
Where's Medicare? By the way, I thought this for years, by the way. You know, he thinks he's his... By the way, he's not an anon. He's a name fag who has tried to live the life and like to live the fake existence. There are real anons, by the way, who actually, you know, stayed anonymous. They didn't fucking name fag. They didn't go out there and try to make shekels. They weren't against merchandise before they were for it. They weren't against Patreon before they were for it. They didn't lead their whole, you know, citizenry down the path of corona restrictions. They lived the life of an anon. That's not Jim, though. That's not Jim. Everybody knows where he is. We know where he lives. He showed his fucking house on his anime dungeon stream. We know for a fact that that's his house right now there in Minnesota, period. And so this guy's not an anon. He's a fake. He's a phony who is scared shitless. He's scared shitless owning up and facing what he's wrought. Like he's scared of Monograph. He was in DMs with Josh Moon, the owner of QB Farms, and he was absolutely terrified that this guy was going to sue him. Some fucking idiot. Much less the people that could actually have a case against him. He is fucking terrified of the life that he has lived. And you know what? Whatever you want to say about me, I'm not hard to find. I'm not hard to find. I'm not a shrinking violent. I might be violent, but I'm not a shrink.